as the indictment made clear, Mike Pence was under tremendous pressure. But you must have felt it too, especially after you pressed that button. How has your life changed since hitting the button? I imagine friendships have been disrupted.
The For me, that day was the greatest in that moment, was the greatest intellectual and emotional experience in a life that's been very intellectual and emotional. I understood the profound gravity of the moment, but I also, to your question, I understood the gravity of the moment for the country first, and then second only for the Vice President of the United States. I could not, and I have not been able to think to this day of a greater pressure that could be put on a public official in America than the pressure that was put on Vice President Pence on January 6th. In that regard, I want to say this. I did not know Vice President Pence before January 6th. I had never met him and never spoken to him. And I've never met him or spoken to him to this day, except once. The vice president called me in the morning of January 7th. I was down at the UPS store with my wife who needed to mail a package. And I said, I was just waiting at the door while she mailed the package. And I got a call that said spam in all caps, United States. I would never answer that typically, but I had nothing else to do. So I just answered it. And when I answer a call, like that, as all of us, I don't say anything because it's usually a recording and it's prompted by your voice. So I said nothing for seemingly a long time. And then a voice said, "Is this Judge Luttig?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And the voice said, "Please hold for the Vice President of the United States." And I froze with emotion. I scurried to the car and got in so I could have privacy. And as soon as I sat down in the driver's seat of the car, Vice President said, "Judge, this is Mike Pence. And I just want to thank you for what you did yesterday. And I will not say anything more about his side of the conversation."
Yep.
But I said, "Mr. Vice President, it was the greatest honor of my life that you asked me to do what I did yesterday. And I know that I can't understand the pressure that you were actually under, but I tried to understand the pressure when I tweeted what I did." And then I'm sorry, I'm just long-winded. Your second part of your question was, how has it changed my life? It's dramatically changed my life, David. But it's not just changed it. Today, I say, euphemistically that now for the rest of history, my life will be defined and known only as beginning on January 5th, 2021. But David, that's okay with me. It was such a high honor to me from the nation that that if that's the only thing that's ever known about me, I will be pleased and satisfied.